So when we go inside, we expose ourselves to just being vulnerable and seeing and feeling all that is present, all that you showed up with. So we show up not just with the active mind and the memory and the recognition of each other, but we show up with this sensitivity, this vulnerability, and I sense that. And part of my experience is to just hold space. Just hold space. And notice what shows up. What am I anxious about? And whatever it is that may be showing up for you. What am I so still angry about? And when we recognize what's shown up internally, because we know that we've shown up physically, our physical body is here, but we're more than our physical body. So much more. We have the emotional body, we've got the spiritual body, the etheric body, the energetic body, the pranic body, the visual body. And the idea is to remember to come back to the physical body, to come back to the present moment, and to come back empty. Not bringing something with you, come on, but just coming back and trusting that in your coming back, things will be okay. Right. So you've arrived. And in that arriving, you're fully supported. The chair is holding you in this space. The earth is supporting all of you. So can you just fully arrive now? Just creating a space now for the emotional body to arrive and to be recognized. Effortlessly. It's just a matter of turning the attention to the body and begin to feel. Feel the stillness coming to the surface. Feel the presence. Feel what it feels like to be truly present. And if it feels okay, you may soften your gaze or go inside. Close your eyes. And as you're drawing inside, immediately begin to soften. Around the eyes and around the forehead, we carry so much. Eyes were closed for hours overnight. Now the light is really penetrating the eyes. So if you just soften around the eyes, around the eyeball, the space between the eyebrows, can we just allow the muscles and the skin and the fascia to just get really, really, really soft. So soft that the jaw begins to soften and a little bit of space is created between the upper mandible and the lower. And so we begin to feel, we're using our feeling body in this present moment. Giving yourself permission, giving your body permission to be still. Take a slow, gentle breath in and a long, easy breath out. Just controlling the breath, really softly, just feeling the breath as you breathe in. Notice the response in the body as the belly begins to expand, or the coolness of the air as it spirals up into the nasal cavity. Just notice, just paying attention to the present moment. It's a little bit of a mindfulness practice. So as you breathe in and you feel the expansion in the body, notice where you feel the breath most pronounced. And check in the body where those sensations are arising. Again, it could be the movement of the belly, just obvious places. It could be feeling the coolness of the breath as it glides past the glottis, and you restrict the air just a little bit, increasing the pressure, creating that little sound, that oceanic sound in the back of the throat. That's what life sounds like. Each breath, each movement, each inhale is what life feels like in the body. So these morning practices, this morning mindfulness practice sets you up for a relationship with the demands of the day by allowing you to pay attention to yourself, to remember to come back home, to come back to the self before the demands of the day has taken you out and away. This practice of self-observation or self-inquiry without judgment is to remember yourself. So you breathe in and you breathe out. And you sit with whatever is arising, if it's sound, if it's the air on the skin. Can you sit and just be present with what is? Noticing that quiet presence that cannot be disturbed. That's the place we keep practicing and arriving to this quiet presence that's already here, that's been here. The awareness that exists beneath the plans, the responsibilities, the worries, the start of your day. Just coming back. Coming back and paying attention to the self, paying attention to the sensations, paying attention to the support, paying attention to the movements and the body, paying attention to the breath. you turn your attention inside with this childlike curiosity of not knowing what's going to show up. But accepting what shows up. You may silently repeat to yourself, today I will not abandon myself. Let these words land somewhere in the mind and the body, the breath. I will not abandon myself. And because the mind does what the mind does and wanders off and fluctuates and suggests and brings up memories, silently repeat to yourself, I will return to my breath when I lose my way. I will listen to my body, and I will honor what is true. Not as an item to complain, but as an acceptance. I will honor what is true. Not judging whatever limitations may show up, but being grateful. And maybe even saying, I will meet this day with kindness and presence. As you begin your day, carry yourself with the same care you do, this willingness that you offer to others. Carry yourself with the same care. No matter what unfolds, let this be your practice. Returning the present moment, this breath. Again, this breath. Remembering to return to this breath. And you're returning to the one person who walks with you through every moment of every day. You'll be returning to yourself. This being still, this being aware of this present moment, there's a stark contrast as to whether you're living through the lens of a conditioned self, that part of us that's shaped by past experience, fears, expectations, beliefs, habits. That conditioned self is always comparing, competing, resisting, wanting life to be different than it is. That conditioned self says, I'll be happy when blank, blank, blank. So the conditions becomes the filters through which you experience reality, attaching well-being to outcomes. Looking for approval, hoping that our health never changes, wanting our plans to succeed, wanting life to remain comfortable. But this practice allows you to see deeper than the conditions. It teaches you that the more conditions we place on our life, the more we suffer when life inevitably changes. Back to the breath. Breathe in. I often tell you how much I am so grateful that you take this time to practicing together. We support each other. This practice invites us to discover another way of living. Through mindful awareness, we begin to recognize that we're not our conditioning selves. Like the stillness that is in place below this, the noise. Beneath our stories and our preferences and our fears is a deeper presence, a steady, a spacious, a whole presence, awareness. And you recognize that your essential self does not require life to meet certain conditions before it can experience peace. The peace is there. It reveals itself when we become still, when we stop the fluctuation, when we stop the action and the acting. This life is not inherently difficult. Much of our struggles comes from insisting that reality conforms to our expectations. When we loosen the grip, when we release, when we let go, when we allow our grip on these conditions, they begin to dissolve. And we discover a quiet freedom, a quiet peace, a quiet stillness. Meeting each moment as it is, rather than as we wish it to be. Presence. This is what life feels like in your body. Without the weight of the expectations, without the weight of the doing, but just being human, being human, being human, being present. Though this practice is simple, it is not necessarily easy. conditions. When these conditions arrive and they suggest that this has to be this way before we can go that way, become the witness and watch these thoughts. Watch these thoughts come up, manifest right here in front of you. And if you don't give it your attention, it dissolves and is replaced by another thought. And so we observe these thoughts as reflections, and we observe them without judgment. Let them soften. Return to your breath. This is a practice of remembering. Each time that you remember to come back to the breath, you're coming home. You're coming home to the experience of life. You will not experience your life if you're constantly focusing out. Your body will remind you through the many sensations, but you can mindfully watch and feel the sensations in stillness, in peace, again and again. We remember that peace is not something waiting at the end of a perfect circumstance. This peace that you're experiencing is available whenever we stop demanding that life be other than it is. When these conditions that's created by the active mind, and so grateful we have an active mind, but there's a little bit of space that's needed so that you're not dragged and carried and pushed. You create a little bit of space so you can have this peace. So when these conditions fall away, what remains is simple presence. You can feel your skin. You can feel the support of the bones. You can feel the elasticity of the fascia holding, like a spider's web, holding your whole body together so that your muscles can function the way they're intended to. There's a web around your whole structure that keeps this all together. Not just your skin. And so we sit, and we take our attention, and we turn it inside, and watch, and listen how our body speaks to us through sensations. Not words, through sensations. And we experience life in the present moment. And so from this simple being present, feel like this life now is lived with a greater ease. There's room for compassion, room for empathy, room for joy. This is your practice. When you can feel your breath in these moments of stillness, you recognize your breath or the change when you're in a stressful situation. You recognize your breath, how you respond to discomfort. And so sitting, coming back, remembering to to come back to the breath is one way to care for yourself. This practice belongs to you. I'm here just to share the whole space, not to tell you what your body should feel, what your mind should create, but simply to help you to develop the awareness, to discover for yourself that every breath is an opportunity to listen. Not just the sound that the breath makes, like the Ujjayi sound. No, every breath, when you remember to come back, is a reminder to come home to the self. This practicing of open awareness is the act of taking ownership of your own well-being. You can send healing energy to parts of your body as you sit in stillness, using the breath. Breathing in, sending the breath to a part of your body that you feel needs that love, that healing, that extra metta love this morning. And this ownership is ultimately an expression of freedom. It's having the confidence to meet yourself exactly as you are. With this open awareness, compassion, love, empathy, and all this willingness to let each practice, each time we come together, be something new. Take a breath in, fill all the way up, and a slow exhale, watching the breath and feeling the breath. And just do a short body scan. Keep the awareness on the body, awareness on the breath. And just bringing your attention to the crown of the head. Just feeling what the crown of the head feels like. If you have a hat on or however your hair is there a sense of pulling? Is there a sense of weight on the crown of the head? And begin to soften around the crown or around the nape, the back of the head. And let that softness radiate down the back of the neck, the jaw, and invite this softness throughout your whole body. The shoulders and the arms. Let your arms rest. And notice any areas where there's tension or any area that is asking for a little bit of movement or a shift or discomfort. And the more you become aware of these areas, see if you can soften and release any tension. It might just be the awareness, or it might be a little bit of a movement. And so we scan the front body and notice what it feels like to be breathing in and breathing out. and maybe another full inhale, so we can experience the breath in the back body. Again, we fill up and then exhale, and as you exhale, draw the navel in, pressing the navel into the spine and feeling all that movement and all that pressing of the diaphragm and the breath from the lower lobe of the lungs. And we continue to scan by noticing our sits bones and noticing the felt support of the feeling of the support of the chair. The back of their thighs resting on the seat. And taking that scan out to your knees. Notice if there's any sensation there. Notice if you lift your toes, does the knee speak to you? And what is it saying to you? Maybe it's just saying the air is cool and you're feeling the air as it passes. Maybe it's reminding you to be mindful when you're standing or when you're walking. And taking the scan to your ankles, to the tops of your feet, to each toe. Maybe activating your toes just for a little bit of a movement, bringing full open awareness to your toes, the edges of your feet, to the heel. And as you feel the yielding of your whole body into the earth, filled with this softness, this gentleness, bring your attention back to the breath. Notice the sensation of the breath entering the nostril. The rise and the fall of the chest or the abdomen. And yes, the mind will wander. We acknowledge. We don't judge. We gently bring the attention and the focus back to the breath. Becoming the witness, self-observation. So you can observe your thoughts separately and independently from the self. And so you watch these thoughts, they come into the mind, we acknowledge them. We get it without getting caught up with the contents. These thoughts, like clouds, passing by in the sky. We simply watch them as they come, they move, they dissolve. And in this open awareness, bring your attention to the sounds. This moment, this present moment, what are the sounds around you? Allowing the sounds to come to you, just like the sensations in your body. To rise from the inside out. the feeling of the air on your skin. Acknowledge the thinking mind. Come back to the breath. Allowing yourself to be fully present in the here and the now. Shifting your attention to not just your body and the thinking mind, but maybe selecting one thing this morning that you're grateful for and taking a moment to bring to mind something or someone that you're grateful for. For me, that's easy. My daughter visited me this morning, and I sensed the aliveness, I sensed the joy. The laughter was easy, the hug, I could smell her perfume as she hugged me. That left me feeling so much gratitude. Can you feel the warmth, the positivity of this gratitude, this thing that you are grateful for? Can you feel that warmth in your heart? And let that warmth of great grace and gratitude expand through your entire being, not just in your heart space. I'm grateful that my hands was able to wrap around her as we hugged. I'm grateful for my feet, my legs and my thighs and my hip that was able to hold me in place so that I am firm when she hugs me and I hug her. So there's so much to be grateful for. Let this gratitude expand and fill your entire being. Remember that this practice of being mindful, this mindfulness practice, is one that can be carried into your daily life. Just like you take your breath along with you. It's this sense of calm and presence. Has no weight. And the more you let go, the easier it is to carry. So take this sense of calm, this sense of presence with you as you continue through the rest of your day. No matter what happens, no matter what unfolds, let this be your practice. Returning again to the one person who walks with you throughout every moment. That one person who's there for every breath. That one person that's deserving of your attention and your awareness and your love and your loving kindness and your empathy and your compassion. Yourself, your true self. that self that you will not abandon. That self that will always speak truth to you through the sensations in your body, through the fluctuating mind. So take this with you to the rest of your day. When you're ready, you may just gently open the eyes. Let the light flow in. Not ready to activate the mind, but just still be, let the light flow in, but still be sitting in this presence. And notice what happens when the eyes just open and it's a soft opening. And the light flows in and the love flows out. And so we all begin the rest of our day from this place of presence and open awareness. Take a deep breath in. Maybe wiggle your toes, or maybe come up on the tips of your toes and just maybe make circles with your heel. You can even release your arms and let your shoulders just kind of draw down by the side body, feeling the weight in your arms, and then inhale as you draw your shoulders up. Maybe gazing over one shoulder, the other shoulder, releasing. You can even sit nice and tall and just gently moving from side to side. Not just to create an experience of being present with the movement. Just scanning the body for sensations. And when you're ready, you can come back into stillness. And may you have the most wonderful rest of your day. Taking this stillness, this calm with you, and sharing it. Thank you for your practice. Namaste. Be well. Where are we running off to?
I'm sorry.
No need to be sorry, just notice.
Today, Thursday's my mother's birthday. She's very excited.
Well, yeah. So see, we gotta know that. If you had gotten up there behind the door, yeah. Happy birthday.
Can't wait.
Well, let us be the first, if not, at least wish you a happy birthday as you. When Thursday you'll be?
Thursday.
Beautiful. Yeah. Any other good news? Anything going on?
We're going to the beach.
Oh, you are? Hammonasset?
Yes.
Or Hammonasset?
Yes.
Oh, it's my favorite spot.
Our walking club is going.
Oh, nice.
Did you guys go last week?
We went today. This is different.
Oh, because they went last week.
Oh yeah, that's what the senior center is. This is the walking aid.
Oh,
walker.
Okay. Is that affiliated with the senior center?
Us.
Oh.
We are the ABC walkers.
Oh, okay.
We walk on Tuesday and Thursday, 10:30 to 11:30.
Okay. So who's driving?
Carol
Oh, one vehicle? One vehicle?
and
Jackie's.
Mom and Jackie. 3.
Oh, it's okay, nice. Well, you want to get down there early before it gets crazy hot. It's going to be a hot day. Are you going to stick your foot in the water?
I don't want to buy it.
You going to go in the water?
Jenny, that's you.
Are you going to go in the water?
I have to get there first.
Well,
I'm prepared, but
do you walk out on the jetty? Do you walk out on the jetty where the rocks are? No?
I'm thinking I've never been to.
How about you? You've been to
I've been to
Hammonasset.
Rocky Neck, I've been to Miss.
Lodge and I we walked all the way
Well, Hamanas is a nice, you can actually camp there. You can rent a camping space and spend a week or a weekend there. Like,
That's why we're going, one of our walkers, she has the camper there.
see? Yeah, you see what's going on. Yeah. Well, enjoy it. I am back.
How was Maine? How was Mass?
Oh, yeah, Berkshire's. Yeah, it was great. I was telling the class earlier that the first class had 47 people, which is amazing, you know. And again, as I said, honestly, that I don't know these folks. There are a few people that I recognize over the years, and they show up. Teachers want to come, and the response was incredible. Like, few people got emotional. Because, you know, when you go inside, you're exposing yourself to your own vulnerability. You're staring yourself. And I'm not sure what happens when I hold space for others, but people come out feeling different. And so to have that experience there at the Apollo was quite moving on my part. Because, you know, I mean, I'm just like, you know, just like right here. But I go back again this weekend for one class Friday night, 2 classes Saturday, and 1 Sunday morning. So I'll be there the whole weekend.
What do you do in your off time?
Oh, I walk, I go down to the lake. There are other programs going on during the course of the day. Like those classes that I teach, there's a 6:30 class every day, 8 o'clock meditation class, 4 o'clock or 4:45 yoga class. And then there are other programs, Ayurveda, if you like the food, there'll be classes on that. The soils like body and just a whole lot, it's a
You
schedule.
go to other classes?
Yeah. Or I can take an online class. It's set up really beautifully, so you can have a practice every day. So right now I'm setting up a home studio, hence I'm fooling with my camera. I'm setting up a home studio so that I can stream this practice. And they actually asked me, Kripala asked me to set up a home studio so that they can build on their library. Because there are people who may not be able to get there, but wants to have a